Hello everyone, this is Neronium. Welcome back to Donkey Kong Country Returns 3D. Last time we beat the caves and now we're here in the forest. This island has a jungle and a forest. How is that climactically possible? Oh well. Either way, we're starting with Vine Valley. And this is the world I think I died the most on. Like, out of any of the worlds. Well, no, let me think about it, because I think also the last world I died a lot on because reasons. But we have old music, old music from the first Donkey Kong Country, Donkey Kong Country, Donkey Kong Country. I am resigned to my fate. I'm resigned to my fate that I'm going to be singing this entire playthrough. And I apologize for that. Well, I apologize, but then I don't apologize, because I'm having fun. And there I go. Great start. So, boingy, 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 going up. Shoot me! Launch me! Fire! Something else. I don't know. I ran out of words. I don't have a thesaurus on me. I don't know my synonyms or antonyms. Okay, and that. Ow. Banana. Bananas. Get a heart. Boinky. Alright, let's try again. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Ow. How dare. Bananas. And into the hole. Don't know where the hole goes, but the hole will be fun. Banana coins. I want to get some banana coins. Oh yes, I want some bananas. And bada boom. Whee! So, unlike the last episode where I was able to do all of the caves in one part, unfortunately we're not going to be able to get that similar thing pretty much for the rest of the game, unfortunately. I'd be bad at video games. But what else is new? Well, I guess I can talk about what else is new in that I've been on a repair spree. Like, it's gotten to the point to where it's actually getting kind of bad. Like, I need to slow my roll on repair stuff, because part of the problem with repairs on certain systems is that if you're going for US systems, people charge an arm and a leg for the parts unless you go on a liquidation site. And unfortunately, I don't have access to any liquidation sites. So I have to source all my parts through eBay and death. Donkey Kong could not handle that I had to source my parts through eBay. I know there's AliExpress, but AliExpress usually takes quite a while, and oh, go me. AliExpress usually just takes a while because most of the wow, twice in a row. AliExpress just takes a while because most of them are in Hong Kong or China. And with the current way the shipping industry is right now, it takes a long time. I get stuff faster from Japan, usually. And whoop. And boingy, 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 boingy. So, what have I repaired now? Well, I fixed another 3DS XL. This one I had to replace the top screen. And had to, oh god, the top screen. Top screen and fix a couple of other issues that were going on inside the system itself. Like, there were some parts like the camera and the speakers that were messed up. Unfortunately, I don't have any replacement speakers at the moment. I ordered some, so I'll be able to get those probably within about a week. Either way, the speakers and the camera, I have to open up the 3DS again and replace those, and that's gonna be not fun. I know the camera does work, so I might just have to replace the speakers. One of the speakers works, the other one fell off because the wire was so brittle. And I tried soldering it back on, but I didn't have any good wires. I might just do that, actually, and just keep the spare. Because they do sell the spare speakers alone. So I might just do that, actually. Would be easier to do. Just thinking to myself right now about this repair, because pretty much what do I do with my repairs? Half the time, I go out of my way and try to resell them. I marked them, obviously, that they've been repaired and parts have been replaced, but I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do with this 3DS XL, primarily because they do still make 3DS XL capture cards. The Katsukity cards, like the one I'm using to record this one, has been sourced. Nope, this is going to hurt. Ow. Has been sourced, so I can actually buy the flex cables that I so need to do the soldering job myself, but I am not doing the soldering job myself because, oh boy, is that a nightmare. A lot of test points you gotta solder to, and a lot of modifications you gotta make to the shell, and I'm not a fan of that. So I might have someone like Delfino Customs do it or something. I don't know. Oh, I missed. And that was actually kind of a ways, so we're gonna go back to where we just were. Well, close to where we just were. Which actually, no, this is pretty much close to where we just were. So I might have Delfino Customs do it, or there are a few other ones that are doing it, and it's specifically the Katsukity models that have been sourced. I don't know if Katsukity themselves are making the flex cables for it, or because you can order them directly from Japan. Although you'll know that these new ones are a little bit different because of where the USB port is placed and the type of USB port that's used. And they are on the bottom of the 3DS. Those are the more modern ones. The ones that were actually installed by Katsukity or Murky are different. They're on the top. All right, let's grab that puzzle piece, because why not? And now let us complete the barrel smack. So yeah, just a little bit of talk. This is the normal 3DS XL. I actually changed, I have it in my hands right now. I changed the shell on it to being the Pokemon X and Y Red, Yveltal, and Xerneas 3DS. Because I had that extra shell. The original one was a blue shell, but the blue shell was kind of messed up, and I wanted something pretty. And I did have, I know I'm still talking about this. All right, so obviously I died, but I wanted to get a custom shell, and apparently it was coming from Sri Lanka, but I just looked, and apparently it's shipping from China, so I'm not going to get that until like next month at the earliest. Which is fine, because it is a custom shell. It's actually really cool. It's a Wind Waker one. But now I'm so close to being done with the Xerneas and Yveltal 3DS repair that I'm like, do I want to take off the shell again, deal with all that hassle, Or do I just want to repair another 3DS? Which is where it gets into the problem that I was saying that I have a problem repairing stuff because I like to repair stuff, but I keep buying the parts that don't. So it's not really as profitable as it could be. I don't know, part of me for repairs is like, I like making things that didn't work again. The biggest thing, for example, is the Yveltal and Xerneas 3DS that I just repaired hadn't been turned on since 2014. How do I know this? Because the firmware that was on that 3DS dates back to 2014. Like, back then the 3DS was majorly supported, so it was fun to repair it for getting it to work again. Not so much fun having to deal with the annoying top screen. For those who have ever done a 3DS repair, you know what I'm talking about. The top screens are a nightmare. Primarily because of the ribbon cables that you have to put together and feed through a small hole that the ribbon cables can actually get cut because of the plastic and the barrel that goes on it. I feel like I'm just talking to myself on this a lot of the time because I know not many people really care too much about the repairs, but I was thinking of like doing a repair like stream one day. Just like do live streams of me repairing systems, see how that goes. And then see if people would be interested in that. Because, I mean, I enjoy repairing these things. Be it Sega, Sony, Nintendo. Haven't really touched anything Atari related. And even though I listed Sony, I've barely done any Sony things for repairs. I've mainly done Nintendo and Sega's, actually. Just like Sega systems and Nintendo systems. A lot of handheld Nintendo systems, which are probably the most notorious ones that break because, you know, hinges and all that. Such a classic with the hinges. Right, and duck. Throw. Boop. Down we go. Whee! There is something down there. But yeah, that's what I've been doing. I have another to further illustrate the problem I have another 3DS coming today. That one is a new 3DS faceplate model I got from Japan. And that's the other thing. Japan generally has the cheaper junk consoles than the US. But then that leads to the problem of me where it's like, hey, I need a US motherboard or I'm gonna have to modify it, which I don't want to do, to play US games because Nintendo decided to region lock the 3DS, which I still hate to this day. I hate that they region locked the dang thing. And that's always been the worst part, is whenever something's region locked for no really discernible reason. And whoop. The snake. Grab the G. And one thing that is no, my anchor. One thing that is a nightmare to find, I still haven't found one, is just the motherboard for the 2015 faceplate model 3DS. I cannot find just the motherboard anywhere for a US model. Like, I know that they were limited in the US for when they were made, but still, I like a US motherboard. Motherboard swaps are easy for me to do. Like, even with all the ribbon cables in a 3DS, that's easy for me to do. But if I hate one thing, it's being unable to find a part. The same goes for N64 shells. Luckily, luckily there's somebody under the Twitter username of Reverend Low is designing custom N64 shells for like a more miniaturized one for replacements with 3D printing. And I can't wait for those to go on sale because I have an N64 that desperately needs a shell. And yay, it's my favorite track from the forest back in Donkey Kong Country 1. This was my favorite track of these ones. I don't know why, I just really like this one. Wait, my anchor. Now, I'm wondering when I get this, I'm still talking about the repairing, by the way. When I get that 3DS, because it's coming in the mail today, it's being delivered probably by the time this episode's done, it'll probably be here. And I died. Probably by the time I finish this episode, it's the earliest it will be delivered. It's hard to say. It gave me a time frame, and usually UPS for me ships and arrives like more in the afternoon. But I'm gonna be fixing that one. That one said that the D-pad was messed up, and that one other thing was messed up, but I couldn't discern what that was. And when I asked the person who was selling it, English wasn't their first language, so they were having a hard time explaining it. It sounds like the C-stick nub, but I can't confirm that until I get it. Main reason why I got it, because I do have other C-stick nubs. Like, that's no problem. That's an easy repair. But it also was because I've noticed that the 3DSs, the XLs, normal models, and the new line for the 3DS faceplate model, and specifically the faceplate model, has a yellowing problem on their screens. And I don't know why. Okay, there we go. Ooh, puzzle. Puzzle piece. Like, they have a really bad yellowing problem on specifically the top screen too. I don't think I've ever seen a yellowed bottom screen on the 3DS new line. And there I go. And fast cut because I died a lot. So let's get to the But, what was it? Yeah, the top screens of the faceplate models, for some odd reason, they yellow very easily. And finding parts for those models, besides just the motherboard, just finding parts in general is impossible. I have another one that was the first ever 3DS I repaired. I still have it. It's a faceplate model. The bottom shell where the battery holder is, and the LR, Z, ZR, and ZL buttons are, and the power button, has a crack in it. So I'm like, okay, I'll just find a replacement shell for that. Nope. Those are impossible to find, and I hate it. I hate how impossible they are to find. Like, I scoured the internet looking for that. Oh, that's lame. I scoured the internet looking for that. I found one bar buying an entire system, which obviously I don't want to buy an entire system for just one part, because then I get into the problem where it's like, hey, you still have a whole other system here and no bottom part. So it's like, man, it's the N64 problem I run into with, it's the N64 problem I run into where it's like, I fix one, I have the shell, I lost it, I repair another one, I don't have the shell, so I take the shell from the other one, but then I'm down a shell. And that's the issue I run into. All right, now it looked like there would be something there. There wasn't. Nope, fast cut. But yeah, this episode has been nothing but repair talk. But it's just something I really enjoy. I don't know, there's something satisfying about getting a system to be repaired all again that hasn't worked in a while. Like, it's not even really the money aspect of it for me. It's just, it's fun and, like, satisfying to get it working again. Now, obviously, the money would be nice, because then that fuels my further addiction of repairing more stuff. But for right now, let's beat up this barrel and get ready for the next episode. So anyway, everyone, gonna end it off right here, I believe. Let me check. Yep, this has been Neronium, and next time we're gonna be finishing up the forest in Donkey Kong Country Returns 3D. See you all next time. Hey, thanks for watching. If you want to see how the Donkey Kong Country train first started rolling, check out the top link for a playthrough of Donkey Kong Country on the Super Nintendo. And if you want more simian shenaniganry, check out the bottom link for a playthrough of Ape Escape: Curious Big Mission.